Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. So, if you absolutely love being in the kitchen and you've ever thought about turning that culinary passion into an actual profitable business, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're breaking down a strategic blueprint for becoming a highly successful food content creator in 2026. And honestly, the absolute best part about all of this, we're going to show you exactly how to pull this off without needing some massive million-strong following or a crazy expensive professional studio kitchen. Okay, let's just dive right into this. Here is our agenda for today. We'll be covering the modern food creator, why food creators struggle, the 2026 monetization menu, your step-by-step blueprint, and finally, common mistakes to avoid. But first, I want to address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Do you actually need millions of followers to make real money as a food creator today? The answer is a massive, resounding no. This completely flips the traditional influencer script we're so used to. Listen, in 2026, audience size is literally just a vanity metric if that audience isn't engaged. Trust, relevance, a really deep understanding of your viewers' needs, and having a realistic monetization plan, those things matter far, far more than your follower count ever will.
All right, moving into section 1, the modern food creator.
Let's establish what this job actually entails, because honestly, being a digital food creator today is vastly different from being a traditional line cook. Think about it. A traditional chef's primary focus is producing exceptional food, usually hiding away inside a crazy fast-paced commercial kitchen. But as a modern food content creator, you aren't just cooking. You're combining culinary knowledge with storytelling, filming, editing, publishing, and community building. The whole shebang. Your personality, your totally unique presentation style, and your ability to explain a recipe clearly on camera, those are just as important as how the dish actually tastes. Which brings us to section 2, why food creators struggle. If you've been posting these gorgeous food photos, getting tons of likes, but literally making $0, you are definitely not alone. It's incredibly frustrating, right? But here's the secret. Your content quality usually isn't the problem at all. It's the monetization model. So many creators generate massive views but have absolutely no clear path to turn that attention into actual income. They fall into this trap of relying entirely on totally unpredictable social media algorithms, or they're just sitting around waiting for a brand to magically offer them a sponsorship. They get views without generating sales, they have no idea how to price digital products, and they lack a direct, meaningful relationship with their loyal followers. Relying on just one revenue source like platform ads, that is a super dangerous way to run a business, mostly because those rules can change literally overnight. Okay, let's fix that. Section 3, the 2026 monetization menu. So how do successful food influencers actually make money today? Well, they combine multiple revenue streams. It's like a giant financial puzzle. Creators mix and match across 3 main categories to build a really stable income. First, under recurring income, you've got your subscriptions and memberships where your biggest fans pay monthly for exclusive recipes or meal plans. Then, right in the middle, we have one-time purchases. This one is huge. We're talking pay-per-view tutorials for complex dishes, live cooking sessions, or digital products, like, say, packaging 20 to 50 related recipes into an ebook that you can just sell repeatedly. And finally, on the right side, there's direct support and ads. This includes tips from grateful followers, affiliate marketing for that one blender you absolutely love using, and standard advertising revenue. Combining these is what creates incredible financial stability. Now, to actually pull this off, you need the right tools. Platforms like EarnOn are built specifically to support this exact 2026 model. They allow eligible creators to host those pay-per-view tutorials, run subscriptions, and accept tips all in one convenient place. And what's absolutely vital here is the math. Tools like EarnOn let creators set their own pricing and retain up to 90% of their earnings. That puts the control directly back in your hands instead of just crossing your fingers and relying on an algorithm's ad payout. Let's move to and see how this builds in section 4, your step-by-step blueprint. All right, let's see how this whole strategy condenses into an actionable business architecture. Here are the 6 core phases you need to launch. Step 1 is arguably the most critical. Choosing your specific food niche. Remember, just saying Indian recipes is way too broad. But something like high-protein Indian meals for busy professionals, wow, that gives a very specific audience a massive, crystal-clear reason to hit follow. From there, you research that audience's specific problems in step 2, get your setup right in step 3, build a publishing schedule you won't totally burn out on in step 4, apply some strong filming tactics in step 5, and finally, build trust before you sell in step 6. Let's just zoom in on step 3 for a quick second. Looking at this equipment list, it is totally clear that you absolutely do not need a fancy, expensive camera or some gorgeous marble countertop professional kitchen to execute this blueprint. Literally, a modern smartphone with a reliable camera, a basic tripod, some natural window light or a cheap LED, and plain plates are all you need. Clear visuals and accurate, helpful instructions, those matter so much more than spending thousands of dollars on professional gear.
Moving right along to step 5, content creation tactics. When you're making videos like what I eat in a day or 10-minute dinners, you really need to apply these rules to keep people watching. First, show the final mouth-watering dish early in the video. You gotta hook them in those first few seconds. Get your lens right up close to film those sizzling textures. Always provide clear, readable measurements on screen. Chop out all those awkward, unnecessary pauses when you're editing, and always end with one clear action for the viewer to take. And that brings us to step 6, building trust before selling. This is a brilliantly simple free-to-paid funnel. Notice how you don't just ask for money on day 1, right? You start with a free short video to give a quick overview, then maybe a free detailed post with all the ingredients. Once they trust you and they can actually see your expertise, well, then you introduce a simple paid offer, like a detailed tutorial with a complete foolproof technique and a printable recipe. Eventually, that leads to a full subscription. You're basically proving your value at every single step of the journey.
Almost done. Let's hit section 5, common mistakes to avoid. Okay, I'm gonna quick fire through these to make sure you don't step on these common landmines. First, don't try to cover every topic broadly. Stick to your specific niche. Also, don't post just for the sake of posting. And please do not wait around for the perfect equipment. Stop monetizing too aggressively right out of the gate, and don't ignore your performance data like retention graphs. But I want to specifically highlight the last 2 points here. This is absolutely crucial. If a brand gives you money, a free product, or even a discount, you must clearly disclose it. The FTC's influencer disclosure guidance is super strict about hidden sponsorships. And finally, never make unsupported health or medical claims about food. Unless you're a certified medical professional, you really need to stay in your culinary lane. Which brings us to our final big takeaway. What problem will your next recipe solve? Whether you're teaching busy parents how to make a quick 10-minute dinner or helping someone master the art of gluten-free baking, your success in 2026 relies entirely on solving real problems for a specific audience. So start with the gear you have right now, find your highly distinct niche, and focus on providing immense value. Build that trust, and the business will follow for sure. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I seriously cannot wait to see what you create in the kitchen.